So let's get to reading, shall we? For any of you who want to follow along, type into your little search engines. It is called, I'm going to put it in the chat. It's called Minecraft Middle School. Yeah, we'll get to read it. Yeah, sorry, Jordan. Minecraft Middle School. There you go. That is exactly how you spell it. No E in the middle. Alright. Drink some water. Let's get to it. I'll make sure to cut out this beginning part. Alright. So, this is by Creeperman69. You guys see what he did there? You get it? This is a good story about middle school. It has sex and drugs and that stuff, so if you are offended by that for some reason, get the fuck out. Now, mind that F word, and I'm gonna tell you this is rated Fiction K. And in fanfiction terms, this means that this should not have the F word in it. I don't know how this got through. Maybe Creeperman has some connections in fanfiction.net, who knows. Okay, so it's romance drama. It has 10 chapters. Around 7,000 words. And it was published on... Okay, so 10 chapters. 10 chapters. Count them. 10. First published on July 10th of 2016. Now, when was it updated? July 14th of 2016. 10 chapters in 4 days. Just keep that in mind while I read this. Alright, ready? Ready? We're good? Cool. Minecraft Middle School Chapter 1. Author's note. I am 9 years old and going into 5th grade. I like Minecraft and jerking off to hot porno. Hot pornos. Especially ones where the girls have big, huge bobs. This might be starting to think this might be a troll fic. I can't wait to go into middle school because I hear it has things like lick, drugs, and sex. If you don't like the story, don't post a bad review, because if you hate the story, fuck you, you faggot bitch. That was quite an author's note. Usually, whenever I do an author's note, I'm like, hey, this is what this is about. This is why I picked this theme. This is why I picked these characters. I'm like, oh, hey, I like all this. And, oh, God. Let's start. Alright. Creeperman69, me, it says in parentheses, has woken up... was woken up by the Alram clock. And he knew it was his first day of middle school. He jerked off to Minecraft music videos on his iMinecraft in front of his entire family. They didn't car. He was practicing for sex because he heard from his friend Simon the Skeleton that there is lots of fun sex in middle school. Creeperman69 was glad because he loved watching pornos and wanted to imitate them on someone. After he finished jerking off, he ate breakfast, which was Minecraft cereal and Minecraft juice. What? What? Do you guys want me to, put... Okay, before we continue. Would you guys like me to put the webpage on, or would you just like me to read it to you? I'll continue reading while you think that one out. Then Creeperman 69 got dressed and drove his mom's car to school because he is cool like that. Creeperman 69 is the coolest gift in Minecraft Middle School besides Herobrine. Herobrine is cool. He didn't wash his hands. What the fuck? Herobrine is cool because he commits crimes like murder and rape and drugs and sex. Remember, kids. I can't even say it with a straight face. Rape isn't cool. Rape isn't cool. Rape doesn't make you cool. Any of you guys who even think that, no. Don't. Creeperman 69 got into the school and had to do a lame assembly where the teachers told all the students about the rules. Creeperman and the other students thought it was lame. The only good part of the assembly is that Mrs. Boob was there. Mrs. Boob, who listen, kids, rape is bad. Don't rape. Was there, who is a teacher, who is hot and has big boobs like the girls in the pornos that Creeperman 69 watches. All of the male students wanted to do sex with her. The rules were the following shit. No murder. No rape. No drugs. No sex. No having fun. No jerking off. Creeperman 69 thought the rules were lame and wanted to break all of them. He wanted to murder the principal so he could make his own rules. The assembly continued to go on and he fell asleep. However, he woke up later and the assembly was still going on. 2 hours had passed. Mrs. Boob was walking out of the assembly. Her bobs were bouncing up and down and it was really hot. Some semen came out of Creeperman 69's cock. All of the students thought he wet his pants, but he knew it was really semen. Mrs. Boob looked like the hottest person ever. She had the perfect boobs, the perfect face, the perfect hair, the perfect everything. Alright, continuing. Creeperman asked the teacher to use the bathroom on his son was still going on. He said yes, and he got out of the room. He was walking in the hallway and passed Mrs. Boob. Mrs. Boob asked Creeperman, is that pee or semen? Even if this is a trope pick, this is fucking stupid. Okay. Listen, we started, we might as well end it. Creeperman 69 said semen, and Mrs. Boob said, ooh, that's hot. Wanna have sex like they do in the pornos? Creeperman 69 said yes, as he loved pornos. Mrs. Boob took off her clothes and she was naked. Creeperman 69... Yes, it is, actually. I mean, it's not uncomfortable, but, you know. It's something I do, okay? Don't judge me. I don't. Alright, so... Sam, you there? Oh, she's probably falling asleep. Sorry, Sam. Don't ask me why she did that. Alright, so, where was I? Oh, right, she's naked. Creeperman 69 saw her hot body and naked giant boobs in all of their glory. Creeperman took of his clothes and he had a giant, super big, long, 12-inch long erection covered with semen. Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Creepman69 put his penis. If this becomes too much for you guys, tell me if you want me to stop, okay? Put his penis in Mrs. Boob's girl hole. It was super hot. Creeperman69 knew Minecraft Middle School would be the best place ever. His semen ejaculated out of his penis, and it was so long it went into Mrs. Boob's bladder. It's not even possible. 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 His penis was covered in. Why did I pick this one? Of course it was this one. Of course it was this one. Yeah, I have to read this. I have to. His penis was covered in Mrs. Boob's pee, and he peed Mrs. Boob's pee back in her girl hole, though it was mixed with Creeperman 69's semen as well. He could tell Mrs. Boob's woman hole had an erection as well. Creeperman 69 made his penis go out of the bladder, and later he took it out of her girl hole. Sam, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have to hear this. I'm so sorry this was the first one. Holy shit. Why? Oh god, why this next one? Creeperman69 then put 12-inch long penis in Mrs. Boob's as it was hot. His penis was so long it went through her intestines and came out of her mouth. And his semen ejaculated onto the floor. There was a giant white puddle on the floor. Then he took his penis out of Mrs. Boob's as and put it in her nose. His penis fit up her nostril, and the semen came down her nostril and out of her ears. It was very hot. Freeman69 felt like the happiest kid in the world, and he had lost his virginity at 9 with a super hot girl. Wait, why is he in middle school if he's 9? Why did I just realize this? Ah, bug! They were done having sex, and Mrs. Boob said that Freeman69 was better at sex than anyone she had ever banged. We're gonna stop right there for a sec. We're just gonna take a little break. I'm gonna... Why? Why do people... Someone had the mindset. It was like, you know what? Like, be this a trophic or not, someone had to have thought like, yeah, I'm gonna write this. I'm going to write about this 9-year-old who fucks a teacher. Someone had the fucking mindset. Someone had it in their head to write about a 9-year-old fucking his teacher at Minecraft Middle School. Okay, next chapter. I mean, if any of you who have just joined, hello, my name's Freelance 7. I'll be your storyteller tonight, and we are doing a little story called Minecraft Middle School. As you all know, I'm going to type it in the chat so you can see for yourself. Teacher's gonna get not just arrested. That's pedophilia. Having sex with a minor. So, ugh. And yes, I will say all of the words. Maybe not the N word if there are any in this, but I will say most of the words. If I fucking whatever. Okay. Okay. I just read ahead. My eyes just like peered down and we're in for a good one. We're in for a good one. We're in for a good one. Minecraft Middle School Chapter 2. Author's note. Some faggots have been PMing me bad messages about how my story is bad and how I talk like a retarded 5-year-old. If you don't like the story, don't read it, you faggot. After he was done banging Mrs. Boob, Creeperman69 went back to the assembly. It was still going on, and the fucking stupid principal was talking about stupid shit like dress code. It was lame. Everyone except for the nerd faggots were asleep. 2 hours later, the assembly finally ended. Everyone was happy except for the nerd faggots who get beat up by the cool kids. Creeperman's first class was with Mr. Keem. He was the best teacher in the school besides Mrs. Boob. He is more commonly known as Daniel Keem or Killer Keemstar. Keemstar is my favorite YouTuber. Okay, he isn't racist or a pedo like all the faggots say. Mr. Keem was good because he allowed the students to talk and stuff, and even showed them videos like his YouTube videos, and even some pornos. During Mr. Keem's good class, Creeperman69 met some new friends like Herobrine. New friends like Herobrine. Herobrine was the coolest kid in the school. He did crimes like murder and sex and... Hi, Dad. Should I even explain it to him? Little? Okay. My dad heard me. My dad heard me. My dad heard me. Alright, we're gonna keep it down a bit. Keep it down a bit. So I'm gonna keep an ear out so I can hear my own voice. We're gonna keep this down a bit. Okay. Let's see. He did crimes like murder and sex and drugs, and because of this, everyone loved him except faggot teachers. Tetchers. There were also tons of hot girls with big boobs, and they all wanted to bang Creeperman69 because he's so hot. Mr. Keem was obviously a good teacher. I'm not sure if I want to read something else. I'm not sure. We'll get to the end of this and then we'll figure it out, okay? Oh, great. Okay. His next class was with Mrs. Faggot. Mrs. Faggot was a horrible teacher. She wasn't even hot. She was 65 years old with saggy tits and an ugly face. Even worse, she wore a bikini to school because she wanted to be a cool teacher like Mrs. Boob. It was horrible, and no one liked Mrs. Faggot. She taught boring subjects like history. Who gives a fuck about the Vietnam War and the Hall of Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about the Vietnam War and the Hall of Cost? The Hall of Cost. None of you guys ever bring this back up in the future and use it against me. After Mrs. Faggot's class came lunch. Lunch was good because there is no learning and no Mrs. Faggot. Cribman 69 got to sit with his friends, the cool kids. They talked about cool things like murder and drugs and sex. There were also tons of hot girls at lunch, which was good. Cribman 69 stared at their boobs. What's the Hall of Cost? Say it faster. Say it faster in your head and then you'll find out. Cribman stared at their boobs a lot during lunch. However, the best part of the day had yet to come to Cribman 69. The next class was with Miss Cribman 69's favorite teacher, Mrs. Boob. Sorry. Mrs. Boob did not teach anything, but did teach about sex. Sex was the favorite subject of everyone in the school, even the girls who didn't have a nice pair of boobs to star at. Everyone in the class wanted to have sex, even Cribman 69, who had already had it earlier in the day. He thought it was super fun. Later in the day, Cribman got a note from the teacher saying, "Meet me in my car." Creeperman 69 had some other classes, but they were all lame shit like geography, math, language arts, and more. Finally, after all those horrible classes, Creeperman went to Mrs. Boob's car, expecting lots of adult fun. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna read. I think I'm gonna switch shit. I think I'm gonna switch things. This is just more bullshit. This is just more sex. I don't want that. Please, no more of that. But the author's note is pretty classic. Author's note. Why are people complaining that this is rated K? This is a good fanfic. Kids can learn from this fanfic. It is good. Also, I'm 9 and I made this the rating fits me well, and Minecraft is for kids too. Seems like good enough reasoning to me. Yeah, I don't. Sex education isn't great. It's not great to tell teens to not have sex until after marriage. Because teenagers have hormones. If they want to bang it out, let them bang it out. Just as long as they use protection, that's fine. That's my opinion. All right, so we probably have another troll fic here. It is called "Throw It All Away." It is a Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction, so you know we're in for a good time. I can't wait. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Buy that one pair of glasses. Dawn Darkness Rose is a cute hedgehog who's only looking for love in all the wrong places. What happens when Shadow follows her one night and they fall in love? It'd be nice, except Scourge likes her too. Ah, fuck. Here and here. Sorry. Read and review, thanks. Alright. So. Can't exactly yell, because my dad's in the next room. Anyway, author's note. Hi, I'm that one pair of glasses, and I never told you guys I actually like Sonic the Hedgehog. And I wanted to make a fanfiction based on it. Okay, bye for now, and thanks to Ramen Doodle Noodles on DeviantArt for Santa reading this for me. Rocks. XOXOXOXOXOX. Hi, my name is Dawn Darkness Rose, and I'm related to Amy fucking Rose. We're twin sisters. She's pink and cute and stuff, but I'm gray and red and actually cool. I hate her face so much. Ugh. I have light cream skin with dark shadows under my eyes and a small nose. My hair is down to my feet and is and it is blacker than my fur color. It also hangs over one of my dark blood red eyes. Website. Maybe one day I'll use my phone, but right now we're using this. Hell, I might Periscope this at some point if I ever feel like it. Who knows? My outfits are all emo and cool. Like right now, I'm wearing a black version of Amy's dress with red lace on it, and black boots, and with pink stripes going down it, and fingers gloves with red bracelets. My eyes are connected like Sonic's. Others know if you think he's cooler than Shadow and Scourge, then get the hell out of her. Those of you who are just joining us, hello, welcome. We are reading fanfiction, and this one I'm reading right now is called "Throw It All Away" by That One Pair of Glasses. What website is it? It's fanfiction.net. And I'm wearing red eyeshadow with black stencil art in it like stars and moons. I was running in the seaside hill, and it was dark out with an eclipse. I paused by the water, which was blood red because of the eclipse. I cried limpid tears into it, and it turned back blue. Are you crying? Asked a voice. I turned around. It was my most emo friend, Shadow the Hedgehog. None of your business, Wax, I shouted depressed and angrily when he walked towards me. You look sad, Shadow said. I'm not, I said and ran away. Author's note. Did you think it's good? Tell me. Thanks. Next chapter. That was nice and short. This next one's nice and short. Author's note. Thanks for the review. It brightened up my day. Smiley face. Okay, so XOXOXOXO. It was the next day. I got out of bed to go to my kitchen to drink some blood. Did I mention I'm a werehog? I'm not huge like Sonico. I'm sexy because I just have white markings, even darker fur, to the point where I look like a black hole. But don't underestimate me because I'm also super strong and I can summon dark chaos to kill you. Anyway, I was walking around the house when all of a sudden... What was going on in MZ? Did someone get eaten? Whatever. Walking around the house when all of a sudden, there's a knock on the door. It was... Scourge the Hedgehog! That's my super hot and goth just friend. It was also Fiona the Fox, his cute girlfriend. She's like my best friend. Are these actual characters? Is Scourge the Hedgehog an actual character? Let me look it up. Don't tell me is Scourge the Hedgehog an actual... He is. Is he? He is. And he... Wow. Whoa. Okay, then let's get back to the fanfiction, shall we? Hey, Scourgy, I said sexily. Yo, he said with a big smile. Author's note, don't you think creepy smiles are like so cute? I'm starting to think this is a trollfic because this is starting to be written a lot like more Immortal. Like Dorkiness as a nickname. Don't you think creepy smiles are like so cute? There's a line in My Immortal where it's like, don't you think bisexuals are like so cute? And also sexily. Not many people use that verb. Do you want to go to Mobius with me? He asked. Yeah, I replied. Then we went. We got there at night. Fiona and I went to the mall to shop. Scourge ran off somewhere because he's too cool. You know what I'm saying? Ladies. But when we got there, Shadow was there! What the fuck are you doing here? I asked angrily. I was worried about you, he said. You're a creep. You just want to fucking stalk me, you fucking creep. I walked away with Fiona as he looked at me with sad eyes, tear welling up in them, and dropping on the... Sorry. Chat's in the way. Dropping on the towel, melancholy. That's not a word. But it made me feel bad, so I apologized and asked him out. He was happy. This relationship is what it's supposed to be. This relationship is supposed to be based on. The story is whole based on this relationship. So if it's like, if 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 asking him out was like that short, then it's probably not that important. But it's gonna be. Jesus Christ. I'd suggest I'd suggest watching my streams because you also learn a little bit about writing. Chapter 3. Author's note. Thanks for the good reviews. XOMAXO. Shadow and I went to the Ark for our date. But before that, I went home to get ready. I know you're not weird. I know you're just saying, here, send me some, and I'll look at it, okay? Before that, I went home to get ready, and I dressed in a black t-shirt with a red stripe down it, and a red skirt, and some black glass slippers. I also styled my hair so you could see both my eyes, which had a moon and sun stenciled on my eyeshadow. Then I put on some lipstick, and I was fucking ready. Fuck yeah. We got there, Shadow showed me his pet lizard named BioLizard, and his friend Maria the bitch hog, who was super cheerful, and I hated her ugly, cute blonde hair. Plus, she was too young and ugly for Shadow anyway. Then I realized, I actually like him. He was super emo and cool, but he's my friend. How could I like him? He'd hate me forever. But then I realized, we're on a date, so he must like me too. Dawn? Shadow asked mysteriously, which I also liked about him. Yes, I asked. Do you love me? As a friend? He asked. Yeah, I lied. You're lying, he said angrily. I gasped. How did you know? I traveled forward in time and I've seen this whole scene. She replied. Oh, I said. So yeah, I love you too. Let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, he said sexily. Okay, I nodded and sexily. How do you not... Is that getting you ladies nice and wet? You? Sorry. And then... we kissed. This seems kind of longer. Anyway, no author's note for chapter 4. Chapter 4 was called Amy Rose Needs to Go Die. So then I was like, OMG, freaking out, bravaz. Shadow actually kissed me just now. That was way past school. After that, I was walking back home when I was knocked out by something. I fainted. Then I woke up and... Scourge was lying next to me sexily! I gasped. What the fucking fuck? I asked angrily. I smacked him with my heart-shaped pillow and he fell off the bed. I was guarding you, he yelled. Yeah, right, you just wanted to get with me now that I'm dating Shadow, I said, rolling my eyes. No, you got knocked out while you were walking home. I helped you walk home. Then I went after the assaulter, and it was... Who? I asked. Sonic the Hedgehog, he said. I gasped. Yeah, he said. Oh my god, I screamed and ran out of the room. I called Amy, my stupid goddamn sister, and yelled at her for sending her boyfriend after me. She totally hates me because I murdered our... because I murdered our parents in a bit of radical rage. What the fuck? She said it wasn't true, but I knew she was lying. So I went over to my best friend Fiona's house, and we ate cookies and had tea. I think Amy's lying. Fiona was sad as she ate a cookie. Me too, I said, drinking some tea. I broke up with Scourge, Fiona said. Really? Why? I asked. He kissed another girl. It was that insane girl, Rosie the rascal. She's kind of hot, though. Author's note, OMG, I love that song, don't you? I said, blushing. Yeah, Fiona agreed. So what do I do about Amy, I asked. Kill her, Fiona said. Okay. Author's note, sorry for not updating in forever. School sucks, but I love these snowed-in days. Get it because I love Undertale? What? How many things has this person read? I think. Sorry, I decided to just suddenly just look at the person's the author's page, and I'm pretty sure this is a troll fic. Because they're writing pretty well right now. I don't know. We'll find out. Next chapter. Hello, people are just joining. I'm reading Throw It All Away by That One Pair of Glasses. It is a Sonic fanfic. Anyway, chapter 5. Happy V-Day! Enjoy! This is Valentine's Day special. Shadow woke me up the next day. I gasped. It was Valentine's Day! I got up, brushed my teeth, ate a bowl of Fruit Loops, and drank orange juice, brushed me hair, and put on a beautiful dress. It was dark red with glittering blood red sparkles all over it in swirl patterns. It was tied around the hip with a black bow, and it was cut in half at the belly so it showed off my golden and silver skull belly button piercing. The hem came just above my knees. Shadow said I looked very sexy. After that, I waited until night to call Shadow and ask him to come with me to a restaurant for a date. He said yes. I screamed happily and cried happy tears of blood. Lots of inspiration from my immortal. Shadow showed up to take me to the restaurant in a tuxedo even darker than his fur and a sexy blood red tie. He gave me a purple corsage. I gasped, how do you know my favorite color is purple? Because he can go into the fucking future, man. So we went to the restaurant and ate there. It was really, really boring because all he talked about was his stupid ex-girlfriend Maria. But I didn't want to tell him he was boring. Then I asked him what he thought of me because, I was the girl in front of him. What do you think of me? He told me I was very pretty. You're very pretty. I told him he was lying. Liar! What do you think of me personally? You, you are very nice, Shassel lied. I turned away and cried because I knew he wasn't telling me the truth. You only like me because of my looks. I sobbed. Then I left. He chased after me. I sobbed harder. We should break up, Dawn. Shadow cried manlily. I don't think it's because you live far. I think it's just there's stream delay. I break up with you, Shadow the Hedgehog. I break up with you. I cried blood. Shadow left. It hurt to write this story, guys. R and R. And that was the last chapter. How long have we been going? Nearly an hour. Alright, we'll see what else we can do. I got a Garfield fanfic where he stops Kanye West from injecting people with like bad shit. I also have a crossover fanfic with Garfield and Ace Combat. This is a thing. Oh, I better put that in favorites just in case. Let's see. I got Dora. No, I don't want to do just one chapter because I want to get some sleep. Or redo this one. Oh, that's long. Ooh, that's long. No. Okay, I got Link's New Adventure in Hyrule High School. This is extremely recent. Not extremely recent. It was on March 15th. So all we can do right now is hope that it gets more, but it only has one chapter. One of the lines just made me laugh. I think this might be a troll fic, but I don't care. It looks funny. Link's New Adventure in Hyrule High School by Super Sylveon Soaker. Oh, it's a protest. It's a Protestant Christian. Anyway, author's note. Hi everyone. I came here to post my story because I've been really inspired to write lately, and I wanted to share it with like-minded individuals. Thanks for reading. Be sure to share it with your friends. Chapter 1. Link woke up one day and watched his naked body glistening with manly oils in the mirror. Damn, he was beautiful and he knew it. We're off to a good start. He didn't even bother to put a shit on as he walked out the door, instead strapping his trusty sword to his chest and a pendant of melon around his neck. He was going to visit her and confess his truest feeling. First, he had to go to school. At least he puts education first. As he walked down the street to go to school, his massive stinky hung between his legs, shocking all the girls and some of the boys along the way. It must be hard having a big thing, thought all the other boys watching Link. Thought all the other boys watching Link's members scrape along the ground and even hitting a cat. What the fuck? Link didn't care because he was super cool and really popular, unlike that shithe's Davis that lived down the street. One day Link should pay him a visit and give him a real walloping. But no time for that now. Link entered the school and everyone inside gasped on cue. He's so cool, the guy said. He's so handsome, the girl said. Hey, Rain. How you doing? Link smiled the whole time without saying a single word, and everyone knew that each and every one of them had a special place in God's soul because Link loved each and every one of them. What am I reading? Must be one of the items he found? Yeah, probably. Oh god, this is great. This is great. I love this. I love this. As he walked to class, crowds of people lined the hallways to look at him. It looked just like Moses parting the Red Sea, except it was Link, not Moses. When he finally made it into class, his teacher gave him a amazing score on his essay, history essay to be precise, as Link really loved history, but he also loved Milan, who sat in front of him. She wore something nuns would wear, without the infidel headscarf. And missing parts of fabric on the clothes' upper thigh. Link loved staring at her upper thigh area, as it was the sexiest part of a woman's body. Except for her ass and titties, though. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is great. In the back of the class was some faggot named Ganon. He was buff and emo, a bad combination. No one liked Ganon because of his embarrassing eye problem. Every 3 minutes it would shed a wart and infect the nearest person, so he sat alone, away from regular people like Link and Milan. Link whispered into Milan's ear, "Hey, look at that freak Ganon, I bet he smells bad too!" he said, grinning from nostril to nostril. I can't, it's not possible, it's not possible. The muscles in my face cannot contract to allow that. Milan turned towards him, the face of a stern nun on her face, and a single high-pitched bullet sound before creaking her head back in front of the class. What? Man, I sure hope Milan likes me, Link extrapolated in his thinker while winking to all of the ladies. The teacher stood in front of the class, silencing it with a quick whoo noise. She came straight from Africa. At least that's what Link heard from the bald kid's table at lunch. The bald kids. They seem to know a lot, so he listened to them always. They even say she was a Babon baby. Wow, cool! She started scribbling on the board with chalk. With her chalk. Jordan, don't do that. Jordan, don't. No spamming. I will kick you out if you keep spamming. Spamming. Okay? Before turning back to the children. Who smells like man oil? She screeched like a raggin monkey. Like a Reagan monkey. Ragin monkey. Link proudly stood up, showing his manhood off to everyone. That's me, Link, he shouted to the heavens. Well, I hope you know you're oppressing all the women in this classroom by using man oil, because man oil spreads support for straight white people who have able bodies and functioning minds. The patriarchy is so mean to us, she whined, scratching her head for lice. Link, blown away by your stupid argument, responded with a supple, yeah? Well, you're dumb. The class also heard the Chinese government sent our thanks to Link for blessing with his glasses. What is this? This is so great. I wish I could write like this. With such insanity. Then the bell rang, and Link met up with his best friend Midnight, this nerd bitch who sits far away from Link because she's a nerd and has Ned friends, unlike the popular Link. Hi, senpai, she said, crying a little. She had a big crush on Link. But Link didn't realize it because he had a crush on Milan, who was prettier than the nerd Midnight, because he decided not to wear a shit. Jordan, okay? Because he's damn beautiful, and he knows it. For you guys who don't know, we are reading Link's New Adventure in Hyrule High School. So if you guys want to look that up, read with me. Hello, Midna! He screeched like a majestic eel protecting its cub. What can I do for you? She shirked back, scared at Link's unnaturally loud and suave and manly voice oils. Manly voice / oils that covered him on every inch of his silky white skin. She blinked massive tears away and held her breath as she responded to Link. Do you think you could give me a kiss? Has that weird... What is that? Link stared at her for a few minutes, his eyes focusing on her boobs more than a bird watcher's binoculars on the mighty set of birds. The Blad Eagle. Finally, he came back to his senses, his main logic coming back into his mind quickly. No! He bragged, causing her to burst into tears. He grabbed her face, making sure the tears didn't drop on the floor, lest they ruin the janitor's hard work over the night, cleaning the bodily fluids of overly sexual teenagers who didn't know what abstinence was and were afraid to use it because they'd rather get handouts from the American government. Minna whimpered, her face melting into his hands. She tore her face away from his God-ordained hands and ran screaming down the halls. Link shrugged. I'll make sure to make it out to her later, he extrapolated, her fresh tears on his manly hand / oils. He licked them, making sexy noises like ooh ah as he did. He winked to a couple of lesbians who were immediately impregnated by his gaze. No homo in this high school. Finally, after a long day, he left school, his two swords smacking the ground as he ran home, growing calluses. When he finally got home, he threw open his Hyrule laptop and texted Zelda with awesomeness. She was his best friend, who was a big cheerleader with big boobs and a massive vagina. Link liked girls with massive vaginas. Lol, XD Midna Totes cried when you refused to kiss her, Zelda sent to him. She cried more than a beluga whale, which is distantly related to her, I believe, Link sent back. Yeah, but it's so well written and it's just so hilarious. Just like, this person's great. I love them. I love this fanfic. Finally, he went to bed really late past his bedtime, which his dead mother would have slapped him for, but she can't do that now, because she's very dead, and Link is not, who is living alone in his tree home. Link went to school the next day, trailing bodily fluids as he walked. When he got to school, everyone was around Milan's locker. Link parted them and looked at the locker. A dead Milan was hanging out of it by her ankles! Oh my god, guys. It probably might be a one-time thing. Maybe not. It was published March 15th. So, I'm probably going to come back to this at some point later on. I really... If this person can keep up this kind of writing, this would be my favorite bad fanfiction. Oh my god. Oh, that was great. I love that so much. Favorite story, Let There Be Light, which is a Sonic the Hedgehog cross Twilight cross Naruto cross Italias cross Harry Potter by Ding Dong the Bing Bong. This one might also be purposefully bad. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it here, and we are going to read it, and then we'll probably end this. Light awoke with a strat and pounced out of his bed, stained with cum. Wait, no, yeah, I already told you. And cum and piss because he did not know how to do his laundry and did not have his mom to do it for him. He zipped around the house at the speed of light, which is why he's named that. He is Fats. She made Reese's Puffs cereal because it tasted really good, much better than the Lucky Charms he got, which he was still mad about because he found a bug inside the day. And the Noir employee just blew smoke in his face and he asked for a refund. What a bitch. He had to eat it fast though because he was going to be late for school. He ate really fast because that's what hedgehogs do and ran out the door. He skid to a stop when he heard a high-pitched girl voice. "Hey, Light," said his friend Kiku, who was a girl to Light who was still running fast. "Hey, Kiku." He stopped right there at the very spot in front of her, staring deep into her eyes with his own giant two-pupiled eyeball. "Let's go to school together. It would be cool." "Okay," said Kiku. She was a girl and was Light's friend. They talked about the ethics of purging the infidels from the holy. They talked about okay, sorry. They talked about the ethics of They talked about the ethics of purging the infidels from the Holy Land when they ran into their other friend, Nato. Face. I don't know. It's Japanese characters said Nato. "God, Nato, you yellow people are just so wacky. Why not just speak English already?" Light laughed. He hates Japanese with a more fervent passion than the sun's heat. "He said he wants to talk to school with us, Length," said Kiku to Light. She was a Japan too, but Light still liked her because she was a girl. And then I more bullshit that I can't read. Nato told the squad, a look of lust in his eyes. It took him a while to walk to school. Light was left because he couldn't run there because he had to be with his friend. He wanted to kill his friend so badly, but didn't because Johnny Law was the only thing faster than him. They went inside the school and went inside their classroom because they shared their first class together. It was English. "Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah, ha! I bet Natsu's gonna fail this class because he's a dirty immigrant," said Light as he sat down next to Kiku, who was smiling and laughing. "Tee hee hee," Kiku laughed. "You're so funny, Light." Japanese characters, said Nato, more bedazzled than ever at the sight of his high school pals. They were all laughing and having a great time, until the teacher came in. "Settle down, student. Take your seats and let's begin. I am your teacher," said Mr. Frayfinger. No one knew why he was called that. All they knew is that he had a really long finger that reached of the preschool 2 blocks down. Because it is your first day at school, we are going to get to know you all a little better. You are all special little children, so tell Papa Freefinger who you are and who your parents are. He pointed at everyone in class and the light jumped on his desk, all jumpy like the crabs were back to haunt him one last time. Ooh, let me go first, Teach. I am the coolest, exclaimed Light with nothing but joy in his eye. That was all in caps. I like you already. You don't wear pants, said Mr. Freefinger, a finger to his lip. I'm Light the Hedgehog. I'm faster than my dad, Sonic, and my mom, Bella Swan, is a bitch. I'm so much cooler than them. I listen to 9-inch nails and only wear leather from sharks that have killed at least 200 innocent fish lives. Light popped his collar like he was the king. The people before him and lowly peasants ready to die in his name were lowly peasants ready to die in his name. Yes, you make for a fine student, Mr. Hedgehog. And what about those 2 Asians next to you? Said Mr. Freeman, pondering why those Asians were here. Kiku stood up first. I am Kiku Chishi Cullen. My pap was an umpire named Edward Cullen. My mom was a ninja god named Sakura Haron. I am just like them, except I punch people and drain their blood from their dying bodies directly from the bruises. T, said Kiku, and Light was blushing at her because he thought she was such a cute and how merciless she was. She was so much cooler than his lame other friends, those pussies. And you, other not cute Asian, Mr. Freefinger was no longer happy after the poor display Kiku put on. He didn't like ninja vampires. And Japanese characters, spoke Nato, more uncertain and afraid of the future than ever before in his short life. Asians only have a lifespan of 3 business decades. Okay, cool, now shut up and let's study, said Mr. Freefinger, giving Light the pull my finger eyes. Light didn't notice though, he was looking at Kiku's boingers. Damn! They studied about history, except for Light, who was masturbating on the table from looking at that sick Asia boob. That sick Asia side boob. Life seemed to be going good for the group so far, but it was only a matter of time for a new member joined the speed party. End of chapter 1. And that's it. And I think that would be good. I think that's a good place to end off on. Don't you? He said, grinning nostril to nostril. Oh god, those last 2 were great. They were bad. They were purposefully bad, you can tell. But, like, oh my god. They were amazing. I love them. So that was my first. This was my first live stream of reading bad fan fiction. I don't know what did you guys think? Did you guys like it? If so, I might do more next weekend, next Friday. But until then, I have other shit to do, like sleeping. It went all right. It was bad but good. If that makes yeah, it makes sense. Like yeah, if I had more people here, it would be more fun. But you know, I don't have that big of a. I should probably do it more early, like at 12 instead of at 12 p.m. instead of 12 a.m. Probably a good idea. So next time we do it, I'll do it earlier so that more people can join in. But yeah, it was fun. I like reading bad fan fiction. But until next time, I need to get some sleep. So good night. I hope you all have a good day, night time. Bye bye.